splash. Yeah, yeah, now that you know I'm a ice be, yeah. My voice just kind of cracked doing that a little bit. Finally back with a new video after Ona'S surgery, and as y'all can see by the title, today we're going to be doing a story time on what actually happened and all the details, since we didn't fully explain it to you guys. Yeah, you can explain. Well, I can explain the detail and you can explain what happened when I was in the hospital.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I wasn't there. Alright, so basically, I was having stomach pains like 7 months ago. I went to the hospital and they told me it was due to like constipation. All they seen through the x-ray was like constipation. And basically I was just, you know, filled out with a lot of poop. That's what was causing the pain. So they gave me medicine. I went home. I took the medicine once. And
no, you're not explaining it all. We was at the hospital.
Oh yeah, let me. Yeah. She wanted me to explain all the negativity too.
Yeah, negativity is needed.
So when I was at the hospital, they took forever. I was in the waiting room crying. A security guard came out. He was like, he knew like my stepmom or somebody he knew. So he was like helping us. Like, yo, they need a room. She in pain, you know. So he helped us get a room faster. Got back in the room. Even after he helped us, they still took forever. And when we finally got a room, by that point I was like in like major pain. So I was in the room crying like a little baby. Like, I never cried this hard in front of people, but I was crying so bad because the pain was so bad. And it was taking long to do my x-rays. He kept having to be on them about my x-ray because they was still taking long even while me being in the room. So like after a couple hours they came to see me, did the x-ray, said it was constipation like I just said. And they prescribed me some constipation medicine.
And then I was asking questions about like, are they sure it's constipation? Because we both have, but specifically me, like especially me, been dealing with like being constipated and stuff since we was little. So like, I know what constipation is.
I know what constipation is too, and I knew that pain was not constipation. So
and it wasn't telling me symptoms of constipation. So they did the x-rays. Of course you're gonna see poop you'll see poop in anybody.
But that don't mean that's what's causing my pain.
And we always like kind of dealt with it, so of course you're gonna see that. So now they try to blame it on that. I was just asking questions and she was just being rude, talking about it's constipation. We're sure it's constipation. Girl, you're not sure because obviously it wasn't constipation.
Yeah, so they prescribed me medicine. I took it once and it gave me an allergic reaction. So I went to my doctor and told them that it gave me an allergic reaction. He told me to not take it or whatever. Eventually, maybe a couple days later, the pain went away like for good. Now 6 months later, which is now recently, I was having the same pains again, and it was like, it wasn't as bad as the first time, but it was just for too long. Like it was every single day. Like I had it for like a week and a half before I even went to the hospital, but it wasn't that bad, so I didn't think anything of it. But since it wasn't like, I thought it was a stomach ache, but with a little bit more.
I'm blind.
I thought it was a stomach ache, but with a little bit more like other pain. So I was like, alright, it's not that bad, I don't need to go to the hospital. But since it wasn't going away, I'm like, yo, I gotta go. Like, there's something wrong. There's like, and I kept telling everybody, I'm like, it's something wrong with me, like something's gonna happen. And then
she kept asking me,
I was like, I don't want to die. I was like, I don't want to die.
And then she kept asking me, because the next day we had a photo shoot. She was like, then if I go to the hospital, we gonna miss the photo shoot and all this stuff. I was like, girl, what? This is more important than a photo shoot. And she was like, eventually we was just sitting here in our room on our phones. She was just like complaining.
I started crying. I said, I don't want to die.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, we going to the hospital. She was like, we going? I was like, yeah, like what? So we took showers, got dressed and stuff. And
hey, get out, please.
I thought we were. Why y'all not playing?
We come back in 10 minutes, okay?
No.
We making a video.
I don't want to make a video.
Me and Anna making a video.
Say,
come on.
You come back in 20 minutes, okay?
Me and Anna about to come downstairs. We're going to be almost done.
Come on, Zay. I got this one.
Okay? Love you.
I put coconut in my hair.
Okay. Love you.
Hey.
Make sure you close my door, okay?
Yeah.
Love you.
Okay?
Yeah.
Your door ready closed.
Okay. Alright, go ahead.
He
Yeah.
always slamming the door. Anyway, so where was I at? Oh, I was like, yeah, we're going to the hospital. So we got like took showers, got dressed, told my mom we was going to the hospital, and then we just left. We got to the hospital.
We went to the emergency room.
Yeah, waited in the waiting room when I tell you for like 5 hours.
We went there at 12. We got in the back at like 6. Yeah, 6 hours.
Yeah, and then when we got back there, maybe we waited like 4 hours in the waiting room, but then we got to the back. Nobody acknowledged us. Nobody, no nurse, tech, nobody. They had no room, so we was waiting in the hallway. Anna was in like a stretcher, the bed.
I was literally in a hallway, like,
And nobody
you know in the
came to-
movies where like natural disasters happen, they don't have enough rooms for everybody. This is how it was. Like, I was in a hallway.
So we in the hallway. Nobody, like, it's like we was just sitting there like a bunch of little kids, but nobody paid attention to us. No nurse. So it was like we was not being acknowledged so much. We ended up falling asleep because of how bored and like how long we was waiting. And yeah, so altogether we was probably waiting for like 7 hours. And then we went to sleep for a little bit. Then I woke up, I'm like, what the heck? Like, and I went to go ask somebody, like, is there gonna be a nurse or somebody coming to like speak to us or acknowledge that we here, ask us questions or anything? And then they was looking confused, like, who's their nurse? And like nobody knew.
Nobody's assigned to them. Nobody's assigned
How
to
do
them.
you
So
put us in
they
the-
had us back there. Nobody assigned to us. Nothing going on for us, and I was just there for no reason.
And the whole time, like,
I'm in pain.
and nobody's saying anything. So eventually, after I said something, maybe like a few hours later, or like an hour and a half later, somebody came and like started asking Anna questions.
They gave me an IV. They set up for me to get an X-ray and all that. So they did all that eventually. Still taking forever. And I got a
CAT scans.
Oh yeah, got a CAT scan. And well, I went to the hospital thinking I had like colon cancer or something like that, and I didn't want, like, I was crying because I didn't want to die. So this is why I went. So we got a CAT scan, and I'm still like thinking negative in my head, like do I have cancer in my stomach or something? And you know, I'm just thinking negative. But when I had to wait for the results for the CAT scan, and our nurse, she was cool.
Look at my hand, it looks strong, right?
Yeah. But yeah, our nurse was cool, and she was like,
First of all,
I
she
don't-
came to me before the CAT scan results even came back. She was like, it's looking like, she said, don't quote me on this, but it's looking like appendicitis. She was like, I don't know for sure, but that's what it's looking like. But the doctor is going to come and talk to y'all to tell y'all like what the CAT scans say.
So like the whole time we here, these hours, I didn't eat, so I'm starving. I'm like, can I at least eat? Can I please eat? And they're like, no, you have, since you're here for your stomach, we got to see what's going on before we let you eat. So now that, you know, they came back with the results and told me it was appendicitis and I might have to go under emergency surgery. And I'm like, okay, but can I eat? They're like, no, you can't eat. I'm like, can I eat after? They're like, you might not even want to eat after. So I'm waiting like I had to wait till the doctor came, and they said he would have been there in like the next 3 hours or something.
No. But they said
Right?
she was going to get emergency surgery that night. But they kept saying, yeah, we don't know what time, because since basically Anna wasn't like being extra and crying and screaming and stuff, she's going to keep getting pushed in the back of the line because she's stable. They don't even really know what's going on, and they're saying she's stable. Like, she wasn't stable at all.
I was in pain, but I'm not about to be like, in the room, like in the hospital. I'm
And
not
so
about to do
basically
that.
they kept just pushing her later, farther and farther, because she was stable. She was in so much pain. Just because she's not screaming, that don't mean she's not in pain. And yeah, so we ended up waiting hours and hours for the surgeon to come, and that's when she had to go and get emergency surgery to get her appendix removed. This is where I explained the rest, right?
No, to get mine. No, so when I was in the hallway, everybody came to visit me, like my mom, Key, Edwin, my dad, all of them. And I was still in the hallway. Remember that? Oh. So I was waiting for a room, and it was just late. It was people that was just going in and out of rooms. Everybody was getting rooms instead of me. So my dad, you know, he going off. He like, bro, is she gonna get a room? Like, she gonna get a room? People in there going crazy. So when my dad got in there, I got a room like that. I was waiting in that room for like, it was an emergency room though, not like an official room. I was waiting in that room for maybe like an hour, and then
It was like 3-4 hours.
when I got in that room, I was only, maybe 3-4 hours maybe.
It was like 3 hours.
Still starving, you know. We waiting for the doctor. The doctor took forever. But when the doctor finally came, took me in the back. I had to take my nose ring out. Yo,
she was killing Anna.
The nurse they was like, yeah, this is a nurse. She has so many piercings and all that. So I'm like, all right, she gonna take it out easily. Yo, when I tell you, she was like this. Trying to take my nose ring out, so she was so scared to hurt me, but it was hurting so bad, and I was like, no, please. And my mom tried to help, stepmom tried to help, the doc. I was like, no, I don't want nobody to touch me because it was hurting so bad.
I came to the rescue. They was like, yeah. I was like, I should be able to take it out. So I went back there. Literally, I just held it, twisted it off, untightened it with my finger a little bit or the tweezer, and then I just twisted it off and pulled it. It was so I didn't hurt her at all.
For real. Like, if I didn't call my twin in the first place.
Like, what? Like, twins for a reason.
For real. And that's why I don't have a nose ring in my nose. Y'all can't see, but yeah. So, now I'm, like, deeper into the hospital. And the doctor came. I can't even look at him the same. Like, right now, he's the coolest.
I love him.
Yes, like, he the coolest doctor ever. But in that moment, he was like kind of like rude a little bit.
Yes, even when I came back there to do, he was talking. I was trying to talk.
He was like,
I was like,
my mom was trying to talk. He was like, my mom was like, what are you doing? And we just bust out laughing.
Like,
we take everything as a joke.
Yeah, because like, wait, what you doing this for? It's
but,
like kind of funny.
You know, he explained everything to me nice and calmly, and so I won't be nervous or scared. Even though I was, because I never had surgery before. It's my first surgery. And it's like major surgery. Like, I had my wisdom teeth removed, but that's not major surgery. So he explained everything to me, you know, and then one of the other nurses came out. I was like, yeah, we're going to be moving really fast back there. Don't get like alarmed or scared or anything about us moving fast. This is just our procedure and what we have to do. So when I got, all right, Shelly and everybody came back, say bye to me, went back.
Bye. We said, oh yeah, we did say bye, but you making it seem like you was about to die. Bye. Like, that's sad.
Oh no. All right, they said see you later to me because I was going into surgery with all the doctors and the nurses and stuff. When I tell you, when I went in that room, they was moving so fast. It was like, I was like, yo, am I a robot? It's like, but no, it was really like, I was starting to get scared, and then there's this big old light in front of me, and they're like, up, here goes the medicine, anesthesia, and I just felt myself like I felt the anesthesia putting me to sleep. Like, that was scary because I didn't feel that when I had anesthesia on my wisdom teeth, but that's different anesthesia, so that was stronger anesthesia. But yeah, after that, they was talking to me, asking me questions. I was under this light. It was moving fast. Put the medicine, and I was out like a light. And then here's Shelly's side of the world because I was knocked out.
This is a whole nother crazy side that y'all not even gonna expect. So, alright, they took her for surgery. Now we all in, like, not the waiting room of the emergency room. It's like a room that family members wait in, like in the movies when somebody's getting surgery or whatever. So we all in there, me, my mom, my dad, my stepmom, my little brother. That is just us for now. And we waiting. An hour go by, hour and a half. We thinking I'm about to be done. And next thing you know, the doctor coming there. And his energy was just off. Like, it was so off. Like,
cause I'm supposed to, like, what are you coming back in for like that? Like, I'm supposed to be done. Like, they supposed to be expecting me to come back. Like, y'all, I'm done.
We thought he was like coming back to say she done, but I just felt his energy. I knew something was wrong. Cause my stepmom and my dad was like out somewhere. The doctor came in like, we need to talk. Like in the movies, like so serious. I'm just looking like, wait, what? We need to talk. Like, what you talk about? What? And then that's why I called my dad or texted him. I was like, hurry up, he back. He's saying we need to talk. It seemed like something wrong. I'm texting him real fast, and I just heard them running because my dad be having keys on his jeans.
Oh, they was running?
I heard them running. They was running down the hallway, and they ran in there. It like they was out of breath, like they was running. I don't know where they was at in the hospital, but they ran, and they came back in. And he was saying, like, the way he was talking was just, like, negative. Well, I'm getting sad talking about this. Like, I'm about to cry or something. But, yeah, he was like, we need to talk. And he started talking, saying how, yeah, when they went in to go remove her appendix, they found something else. And it was, like, a mass. He was calling it a tumor at first. And he was like, as soon as he said tumor, I just think negative. And, like, I immediately just started crying, like, real bad. And he looked at me. He was like, no. Because he know I'm her twin. So he know he scared me. Like, he was looking at me. He looked like he felt so bad. But he was just talking. I was just crying. Because I thought I was losing my twin in this moment, like a tumor, what? And he was saying how in order to remove what they thought was a tumor, it was just a mass, but it wasn't it wasn't cancerous or anything. Eventually, when I got tested and sent to specialists and stuff,
it could have been cancer.
It wasn't a tumor. It was just a mass, and it wasn't cancerous or none of that. It was just
it was just something that just inflamed due to like inflammation.
But it was a mass by her small intestines, and in order to remove that, they gotta move part of her intestines. It was like this big, so like
they removed like this
5
much
centimeters of her intestines, small intestines. In order to remove that, they had to remove that. Because
like this is where the appendix and then the intestines right there, and then the mass was like right there. So they had to take that piece out to remove everything. But at first they was asking.
I'm not done.
They was asking y'all if y'all wanted to leave it in.
No, he was saying option 1 is to remove everything because they're not sure what it is. So if it is cancerous, he can remove it now, so everything's like good.
One surgery, I don't have to get two.
But with just the appendix being removed, it was just gonna be 2 small circles at the bottom.
Because they was gonna do the laparoscopy something. It's just like 2 little things.
Yeah, it was gonna be 2 little circles at the bottom of the stomach. Y'all wasn't even gonna be able to tell she had surgery. But since they found that, he said it was gonna be like an incision this big under her, like her belly button. And I was just like, Anna not gonna like that. She not gonna want that. All this stuff.
And look, I'm on the table, like, you know, gone, and I can't make these decisions for myself. So Shelly's like getting sad because she know that I can't make this decision, and I'm gonna be sad when I wake up and see that this is on my stomach.
So that was option 1, and then option 2 was to just remove the appendix, leave that there, test it, and see if it's cancerous or not, or like what it is, and if it was fine to stay there, then they was gonna keep it there. But if it wasn't fine, she would have to go back into surgery and then all this stuff. So my mom immediately was like, yeah, option 1, just take everything out now.
Because what's the point? What's the point of testing it, and if it do come back as something, get a second surgery, you might as well just take it all out.
When I started crying immediately when he was like saying tumor and stuff, then I wasn't even like paying attention, but I just heard Dinley start crying, and then my stepmom, she was like, she emotional and stuff, so she already emotional on the regular day, so she's like, I don't know if she started crying or not, but I could tell she was like getting anxiety or like scared, and she came to us, and then my little brother, I know him, he wasn't trying to cry, but his eyes started getting watery, and then my dad, he's just listening, like my mom, they both listening, trying to make a decision, but they made the decision fast, and the doctors just sitting there. My dad was like, what you waiting for? Go ahead. Go do your job. Like, no, he didn't say go do your job. He said, take care of my daughter. It sounded like that, he said. And then the doctor was like, okay. And then he went.
He was like, I had to choke you up or something like
Girl, that was later. You telling the wrong stories. Like, she wanted to tell the story so bad she wasn't even there. But yeah, so I'm crying. And when he left, it just seemed like everybody started crying. The only one that wasn't crying was my dad. My mom was trying to be tough. Like, yeah, I don't know why y'all crying. I'm basically saying, like, God protecting us and stuff like that. God got on and stuff like that. But then I know my mom, so she started getting emotional. And, like, she was crying, like, I want to say, kind of like the hardest or, like, the most emotional out of everybody. She was trying to be the toughest, but she wasn't. But everybody was crying.
Like, you said mommy was crying, like, I can't, right?
Yeah, she was like, but I can't help it. Like, she was trying not to think negative, but she was, like, thinking negative. Because, like, in that moment, like, really felt like Anna wasn't coming back or something. Like, the way he was talking, it was like, it's a possibility and stuff like that. It just seemed like I lost my twin or something. And
if this doesn't work out, this could happen and this could happen. And
yeah,
I could have
like
a
all these
colonoscopy poop bag, like, if something...
Colonoscopy poop bag, that's not what it's called.
Oh.
What you talking about?
It's called a colonoscopy bag.
Oh, I don't know.
Something. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
But then next thing you know, my stepdad was there. Jose drove all the way to where we live at to pick up my little sister. They came. Our aunt came. Everybody was just there.
Everybody.
Yeah, and then we was all just waiting. Like, we was crying and stuff. Like, it was just sad. My little sister came. Nobody's really crying at that moment, but she was crying. She started crying as soon as she came in.
Key.
Yeah, Key. And then TJ, when we was in the hallway talking and stuff about, like, everything, we was waiting for Jose and my stepdad, everybody get there. Oh, wait, no, my stepdad was already there. We was waiting for Key and Jose and he was, like, hugging me. He was like, I just want my sister to be okay. And he was just, like, so sad. Everything was just sad. Like, that was, like, the worst night of my life.
Oh, now I'm about to cry.
Girl, what? We don't cry on YouTube.
For real.
Toughen up, nigga.
But yeah, And then that's it from that waiting moment. Right?
Yeah, and then we was just waiting. And then he came back, and then we was all just like quiet, like looking.
And
like,
he's the type of doctor where he's gonna have you in suspense. Like
yeah,
he will wait a couple seconds before he open his mouth. He'll just look at you.
And then he was like, everything went well, stuff like that, telling us everything was good, and we was all like relieved because like we was just waiting. We don't know what we was waiting for, but we was just waiting. We didn't know if it was gonna be positive or negative, but we grateful and happy it was positive.
They woke me up.
No, you wasn't up. We seen you in the thing, but you was like still asleep kind of, and it's like real bad pain, like that's the most pain.
Well, they tried to wake me up. They were like, "You're all finished, honey. You're all good. We're gonna roll you back to your room now." And they just keep hitting all these bumps on my hospital bed, and I'm just like...
She didn't even know it in that moment, because I was right there. The stuff she explaining right now, I was right there. It was me, my mom, my dad. It was us three only. Yeah.
And they're like, "We're rolling you back to your room, honey." Boom, hit a bump. Boom. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm in so much pain, but I'm like sleep but up because I'm in pain. Because I just got out of surgery, and I never felt that pain before. That was the worst pain of my life. But, yeah, they rolled me back to my room. That night was just full of pain. Like, that was the worst pain ever. My family's in the room with me. My nurse is in, like, a new nurse that they just met is in the room explaining everything, what's going on, what's happening, and what's going to be going on for the next couple of days. And I'm just telling everybody, like, shh, turn the light off, shh, turn the light off. When I'm in pain, I don't want lights, I don't want talking, I want silence, and I need peace. Yeah. So I'm telling everybody, be quiet, I need the lights off, and I need everybody to go.
But after that, it was just basically, like, the stuff y'all seen, like her recovering and stuff like that. And
I was starving for days. I didn't eat for like a week. I was on a liquid diet, then a full liquid diet, and then can't eat, and then I can eat. CAT scans, needles, IVs, tests, back-to-back, blood work, all this stuff.
Staying in the hospital overnight.
Like, uncomfortable, getting interrupted on my sleep every 2 hours for
that was
vitals.
like the worst sleeps I ever had.
Some doctors nice, some doctors rude. Like, it was a good and a bad experience at that hospital. I don't think I would ever go back to that hospital if I have to ever again. I would choose a different one.
After she like recovered and was able to go home, then she started getting pain again.
Oh, I was home for like a week though. And I was eating, when I first came home, I still couldn't eat. Like, I was still on like a liquid diet. And then it slowly progressed to like softer and softer foods. So I started eating normal a little bit again. I was still in mad pain once I came home because it was still fresh. Everything was hurting. They gave me pain medicine. Everything was still like the same except being in the hospital. I was home on pain medicine and pain and, same stuff. And then couldn't walk. I couldn't walk up the steps, couldn't walk down the steps. I couldn't take a shower by myself. I couldn't do anything by myself.
Yo, when I tell y'all she couldn't wipe her, when she first was in the hospital, had to recover, she couldn't wipe her own butt. I had to wipe her butt, all that dookie and stuff. Like, my mom, my dad, like, we all had to help her. She couldn't do something by herself. And so basically when she got out the hospital, she was home. She had a checkup appointment. The day of her checkup appointment, the day before, her stomach started hurting. But the day of her checkup appointment, it started hurting even more. She went there, got checked. He sent her back to the hospital. She went back.
Yeah, he was like, "It's not supposed to feel hard in that area. I'm gonna have to send you back to the hospital." I'm like, oh, no. But when that appointment day, I was crying on my way to my appointment because the pain was coming back. So when he said that, I kind of already knew because like that pain was like, it wasn't just no regular pain. Yeah. It was like, I know the way my incision feel pain. Like, I know what that pain felt like, but it was different. So I had to tell him. And so he sent me back to the hospital.
She ended up staying there for like another
week and a half.
Yeah, and she had an infection in her stomach, so basically she couldn't leave until basically the infection like went down, like kind of went away. It wasn't fully away, but it was like to the point where they could send her home and still be on antibiotics to like get rid of it fully.
So you telling the end of the story. I wanted to tell the story. So I went to the hospital. They did CAT scans and stuff. They didn't do the right test.
She dragging stuff. Y'all need to know she got. She got CAT scans to see.
They didn't do the right test at first. So that like, well, y'all didn't do the right test.
She dragging stuff.
So I was at the hospital, more pain medicine, like, yo, and when I tell y'all, I was throwing up this time. Like, I was in the hospital throwing up because of the pain medicine. I was lightheaded every day, nauseous every day, not eating, still on medicine.
Oh, this is my favorite part. Alright, yeah, this is my favorite part.
Alright, but look, when I was at the hospital, like, even the first time and this time, thankful for everybody that came to visit me, like my grandma, my uncles, Lala, my girlfriend staying with me in the hospital those nights, Shelly staying with me, my mom staying with me, Edwin and Zayden, everybody, you know, there, like, even though they want to come, even
TJ.
TJ Horn, I'm about to say, even though, because y'all was eating, and I'm about to say, yeah, even though they want to bring good food and stuff, while I couldn't eat, like, how y'all sitting there eating, how y'all sitting there eating banging food, and I can't even drink orange juice.
She did the same thing when I had to get my colonoscopy.
But anyways, I'm thankful for my dad and Horm and TJ and Treyon and Harlem and Takia and everybody that came to visit me, and all the gifts and teddy bears and flowers and balloons and everything. I love all of y'all. And I'll tell you a story.
Oh, I was gonna say how they tried to kick them out.
Oh, when I was in the hospital the second time,
they tried to kick.
They was
that's another story. We don't need to tell the negatives, because after all those negatives, it ended up being positive. Right?
Yeah. And I'm so thankful for my doctor, Dr. Proker.
Okay, so
I know you don't be on social media, but if you are on
But
social
I actually love him. Like, we love him.
Yeah, for real. Like, I miss him. Like, I have follow-up appointments. I had so many appointments, and right now, I don't have any appointments because I'm doing good and I'm doing better. But if you, I know you don't got social media, you told us, but your kids do, so if they see this video,
tell me say hi!
No, just kidding, but thank you, and I appreciate you and everything that you did for me.
Okay, so this is not a part of Anna's story, but y'all was asking why, like, after Anna was in the hospital, why I wasn't really in the hospital. So since that happened to Anna, it like kind of scared all of us. So since I already had like constipation problems since I was younger, it's not like I'll be constipated all the time. It's just like an on and off thing, and I'm so used to how I use the bathroom that it's like normal to me, so it don't like really hurt. I don't know how to explain it, but it's normal. I use the bathroom maybe whenever I'm able to, not as often as I should, but it's just normal to me, and it's not okay, I guess. But I ended up having to get a colonoscopy so they could check and make sure everything okay, and that's why I was in the hospital, and I had the gown on and stuff, and they put me to sleep with anesthesia like how they did for Anna. But I don't remember how she said she slowly was going to sleep. No, me?
Mine was probably stronger anesthesia. You didn't get surgery. It's probably levels to anesthesia.
I don't know, but all I know is it wasn't like wisdom teeth though. It was stronger than that. But
exactly. So mine was stronger than yours.
I don't know, but it was just like, I don't know. I felt them put it in though, but
yo, I was going through pain. Like my arms are swollen from the IVs, hands swollen. Like it's a whole like process to this whole story, but I'm not gonna explain all of that because if I do, I'm gonna be sitting here for days because I was literally in the hospital for like over a month. But it's way more little details to this story, and I wish I could explain it to y'all, but like we kind of showed y'all the whole process, and I thank y'all.
I tried to show y'all.
I thank y'all for all the prayers and all the support that y'all was giving me too. So I love y'all too.
Yeah, I tried to show y'all, but it was a lot of moments where I couldn't record because it was like serious and not something to record.
Yeah.
But I showed y'all like the moments that I was able to record. The colonoscopy went good. Everything with Anna went good. I don't know. The results haven't come back for me, and I got checkup appointments, but that's like another story. But we just glad Anna's okay.
Yeah, like everything's good. All the tests came out. Nothing negative. Doctor's good. There was some negative stuff, but I don't feel like explaining all that right now.
Yeah, we don't care about
I just
the
wanted
negative.
to tell y'all
just
the good
happy
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, and obviously I wasn't eating and stuff for days and days, and a lot of y'all could tell that I lost a lot of weight. When I went to the hospital, I was 153. Now I'm like 139, 140.
But she's happy that she's good.
It's
with
like
the way she's at.
I'm happy, but at the same time, y'all know me. I'm trying to get my muscles.
Now we're not
bigger.
even twins no more. She looking all, and I'm looking the same.
Yeah, but I want to show y'all my scar on YouTube too. Look. Don't mind my big pants. Hold up, let me flex for y'all real quick. Cause y'all know this what I do.
She flexing, girl. Show the scar. What you flexing for?
Hold up, cause y'all know this what I do. Now let me show y'all though. Look. So this the incision, right? It goes like this, and then around, and then the top. You see that dent right there? That's where the top is, and then it goes around. It still kind of hurt, but
She was being so extra. It don't even look that bad.
Look,
like,
and then
it's not the worst scar ever.
Here's the dot right there.
I'd rather a scar than
and then one right
no
there.
Anna.
It's not that bad, and it still has a lot of.
She better be grateful.
It still has a lot of healing to do, and it can heal for the next like year or so. But I've been putting this cream on it, which the doctor just recently told me to do because I wasn't putting the right stuff on it. But this is cream called Mederma, and I'll be putting it on there. It's actually time for me to put some on right now, so let me do it in front of y'all.
Girl, they don't care.
Y'all care, right?
I don't care.
Y'all do care. But I'm not going to rub it in right now because we got to end the video. But if y'all want to know like every single detail of like the story, like the negatives, the positives, the anything y'all want to know, like how my poop came out of my butt, like it was so watery, like I was peeing out of my
that's
butt.
how I thought she was like I didn't think she was being extra because I literally heard it with my ears, but like, yo, the colonoscopy, I had to drink this jug the day before. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know if you ever got a colonoscopy before, but it was the worst drink ever, and my poop was coming out of my butt like pee. Yeah, disgusting.
Like, I could tell you every detail, how I had my IV pole, how I had to run to the bathroom because I'm gonna poop on myself or pee on myself, how the antibiotics had me smelling, yo, how every little detail. If y'all want to know, just let me know. Like waking up every 2 hours for pain medicine, how the pain medicine made me feel like drowsy and stupid, but and then
bad.
Starving at the same time.
It was just bad. But we still grateful.
Still grateful.
But we hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all have any questions, make sure y'all leave the questions in the comments down below.
Make sure you like, comment, hit that subscribe button. We love you guys, and we'll see y'all in the next video. Peace, yo. Peace, yo.
And we came out of nowhere.
For real.
But
this is my story. Like,
and y'all better be ready because the next video is the vlogs, Puerto Rico. We didn't forget about that.
So we're gonna do it piece by piece. It's gonna be like 5 parts.
All of that. We got mad content, like especially our YouTube videos that we haven't posted, pictures we haven't posted. We post the majority of our TikToks,
yeah, but everything slowed down because of that. But watch, we back.
It's over. We back.
And I'm not that insecure about this because it's a part of my story. So let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.